I highly recommend 2 blocks today. And if you're someone who likes a yoga strap or something for binds, I would recommend then having a strap set up to grab at the front of your mat. Very nice. And I hope everyone's doing well and feeling ready to invite in this holiday. I sure am. I'm ready for it. And I'm ready for some yoga. So our Vinyasa Flow class, 4 to 5. Let's dive in and just enjoy it. Go ahead and start a playlist if you want. And with that, you're all muted, and I'm so happy you're here. Let's start with 1 block in Hero's Pose. For cross the mat. So take your heels wide. You're going to sit down, and if you wanted, you can always sit all the way to the floor, but we're going to be here for a few minutes. So if you'd prefer, slide a block in between your heels, and then just sit down and make sure you're nice and comfortable on that block so it's your seating bones can be sat up tall. Roll your shoulders down your back and bring your palms one on top of the other, face up, and connect your thumbs. We're just going to sit here and connect in, find our breath, and soften our eyes. Roll your shoulders to your ears a couple times and down your back, maybe forward and back, whatever you might need. And wherever your knees are at, as long as they're feeling in line with your hips is fine. So they can be in touching, they might be a little bit apart. Our bodies are anatomically all different and unique. So as long as they feel comfortable on the mat and in line with your hips, you're good. And creating that connection with your thumbs touching, shoulders soft, sit up tall through the crown of your head. Maybe a slight tuck of your chin to stretch your cervical spine. And let's connect with our breath. So think of box breathing today, and your magic number might be 4, it might be 5, 6, or 7. So you want to inhale for that count, hold at the top for that same number, and then exhale nice and slow for that same number count, and then hold again at the bottom before you repeat the pattern. So on your own with your magic number, just breathing like that, and taking the breath in slow. That little pause at the top and bottom, and releasing your breath out slow when you get there. And maybe you start to feel a little comfortable as you settle in and increase your number by 1 or 2. Whatever feels right. You don't have to do that, but it is an option. You start to deepen into your breath and settle into your practice, settle into your space, settle into your body and your mind. And finish off the cycle of breath that you're in. Sit quietly for a moment. And let your mind think about comfort, affirmation, truth, and love. So may we close out this year and invite in the new year, feeling comfort, affirmations, truth, and love. Maybe an affirmation for you to think of today could be, may I be open to receiving as much love as I give. You can repeat that to yourself or out loud. May I be open to receiving as much love as I give. And take a deep breath in through your nose, eyes still heavy behind the lids. And just open your lips, sigh that breath out, nice, long, and slow. And you can bow your chin all the way down towards your chest, looking at the floor, and softly blink open your eyes from here, a little hazy gaze at the floor for a moment. Bring your chin upright. Take your arms by your sides. Then inhale, nice and slow, full breath all the way to the top with the hands. When you get to the top, flip your palms so the backs of your hands touch. And then notice if your ribs are flaring out, just pull them in, sit up tall, take an inhale. And all the way down with the ground to the exhale breath. So take it slow. And then flip your palms up, inhale all the way way up. Touch the backs of your hands when you get there. And this time, take it to a T. So exhale all the way down to your arms out nice and wide. Align with your shoulders. Hitchhike your thumbs up. Now take your right arm across your body. Take your right palm to your left shoulder and capture your right tricep with your left hand and gently apply pressure to stretch out your right shoulder. I'll look opposite than you. Just sitting up tall, breathing into the shoulder opener. You can still tuck your chin just a little bit here. Knit your ribs in. With your next inhale, reach your arms out all the way to the sides, thumbs to the sky. Exhale, your left arm comes across your body, palm to the opposite shoulder, and take your right hand to the back of your left arm. Apply that gentle pressure. And sitting nice and tall, either on your block or on the earth, pulling your navel in. Just thinking length in the side bodies, length through the spinal cord. On your inhale, go ahead and open your arms all the way back up. And on your exhale, bring your palms to your lap. We'll do a little shoulder, a little neck work. So starting to your right, so you'll go that way, I'll go this way. Gently take your right ear just towards the right shoulder. You're still looking forward, and we're not hiking up the shoulders in any way. They're soft. And then take the crown of your head back, so your chin is now upright, looking towards the sky. Hopefully there's no tension there, so you don't want to overdo it. Just looking up just the slightest amount at 45 degrees. Then take your left ear gently towards your left shoulder without hiking up your shoulders again, and still sitting tall on the block. And then chin down into your chest, towards your chest, stretching the back of your neck. We'll go one more time in that same direction. So right ear towards right shoulder. And chin towards the sky. Back of your head is hinged back. Left ear to left shoulder. Chin towards your chest. Now take a moment just to bring your chin parallel to the floor, looking straight forward. Take a breath in. Sigh that breath out. A nice reset. We go the opposite direction twice. So take your left ear towards your left shoulder, maybe noticing any sticky spots on the right side. Bring your chin upright. Right ear, right shoulder. Noticing the left side of your neck. And chin into chest. And very last time, here we go. Left ear, left shoulder. And chin up. Right ear, right shoulder. And chin to chest. And go ahead and bring your chin parallel, resetting back to neutral. Take a deep breath in. Sigh that breath out. And come to tabletop pose. Go ahead and take that block off to the side. Hopefully you have at least one block for your practice today, and it's up towards the top of your mat, so you can grab it when we get to flow. Find your tabletop pose, invite in some cats and cows, and help peel your heart forward, spread your fingers wide, press through your palms and your shin bones. And exhale, round your spine towards the sky, chin in the chest, look past your thighs, maybe even at your navel. And then repeat, undulating through your spine, breathing in as you open the front line, shoulders softly caress down your back. And exhaling, just undulating, feeling the flow, maneuvering the fluid in the spinal cord. And about 2 more cycles of breath. Make this organic to you. You can roll your wrists, you can sway your hips or your side bodies out. Then coming back to tabletop pose, reaching long through the crown of your head. And bring your right arm forward, your left foot back, bird dog. Just balance here on the left palm and the right knee, and feel a little bit of a stretch as you press both of those into the ground. Just reach long through your floating limbs. Take a breath in here. Then exhale, round your spine to the sky like cat, elbow to knee. Inhale, reach out, get long, hold it out. And exhale, repeat, elbow to knee. Squeeze in the core there. Inhale, get long. And exhale, elbow to your knee. Inhale, hold it out, get long. This time when you exhale, bend your left heel to stack over your glutes. Take your right arm back and capture your foot or your ankle, and kick your foot into your hand, lifting your toes towards the sky to open up the front line of your body and embrace a little back bend today. Try to internally rotate your left thigh bone so that your knee and hip are in one line. Kick your foot to the sky a little bit more to reach the toes up. Go a little bit deeper. Last breath in. As you exhale, release, reach out, hold it out. So strong, friends. When you're ready, bring your right palm to the ground under your right shoulder, pivot your right toes out, come into a supported side plank with your left foot hovering. And add on some movement today with your left shoulder. You can circle, sweep it forward and back. And switch directions. And then pause, holding both out nice and long. Bend your left heel one more time to stack, kind of pointing behind you. Take your left arm back and capture your foot or your ankle. Kick your foot or ankle into your hand. And once more, stretch into that back bend. A little supported sugar cane, or today we call it candy cane. Last breath in. Last breath out. Go ahead and bring it all back to tabletop pose. Left palm under your shoulder, left knee under the hip. And now reach the left arm forward, the right toes kick back. Maybe you hover that leg, squeeze the core in tight. Just feel your body in balance. Reach to the crown of your head. Try to be soft in your shoulders. Instead, use the force of energy, pressing your right palm and your left knee down. Take a breath in. Exhale, elbow to knee, get round. Inhale, reach out. Exhale, squeeze it in. Now let your right glute do some of the work as you reach out, squeeze, then exhale, round. Inhale, reach out, hold it out. And as you exhale, bend your right heel over the right glute. Take your left arm, sweep back. Try to capture your foot or your ankle, strap your work spine too. Press down through your grounded body points. Press up through your right foot into your hands. Deepen that back bend. Try to stay balanced with the right shoulder over the right palm. And internally rotate your right inner thigh so your knee stays in line with your hip. Very nice. Take one more breath in. Point your toes towards the sky. Stay for that exhale. Deepen the back bend just a little. And then release to hold it out, bird dog, nice and long. Whoo, breathe in. And as you exhale, supported side plank, left palm under the shoulder, pivot your left toes out about 90 degrees there. And open it up so you can stack those hips. Your foot can be down or up. And then add on some shoulder mobility movement. Just get circle sweepy, whatever it feels good to you. Notice if there's any little chunky bits or tension. And then get long in your hovered limbs. Reach out. When you're ready, bend your right knee one more time. Reach your arm back, capture your foot. You can use a strap. Foot kicks in your hand. Deepen that back bend. Try to let your inner right thigh be parallel to the ground. You can open up the shoulder here by kicking your foot into your hand a little more. Try to knit the ribs in, feel the stretch in the core. And on your inhale, release, hover. As your exhale, return to your tabletop pose. About 2 breaths here to sway the hips or add on a cats and cow, a cats and cow. And returning to your tabletop pose, tuck your toes, breathe in. And find your downward facing dog. With that exhale breath, send your hips up and back and just pedal that baby out. Woo. Feels good. Just lifting the heels up, bending the knees, and then pressing the heels towards the back of your mat to stretch the backs of your legs. Active in your arms, pressing the palms down, trying to rotate the eyes of your elbows forward. Awesome job, friends. Find some stillness. Inhale, lift your heels, look forward, bend your knees. And exhale, ragdoll pose, walk your feet forward, folding in half. And take any binds you might want right here. Maybe you capture your elbow creases. Maybe you capture your elbow creases behind your thighs. Whatever feels good, shift the weight side to side. And maybe take a moment for a non-dominant grip here if you usually capture your elbows. Crown of the head hanging heavy. Nice. Take one more breath in. As you exhale, release your palms to the mat. And find your first halfway lift right here. Palms on blocks on the ground. Maybe you slide them up your shins. Soften your knees. Try to parallel your torso to the earth. Breathe in. And exhale, garland pose, yogi squat. Take your heels in, toes out. Squat it on down. So you can always use the block once more here underneath your sitting bones if that's helpful. You can stay up and balance. Sometimes there's ankle issues. You can lift heels onto rolled blankies or something. Nice. We want to press our palms together. Open up those inner thighs. You can rock back and forth. You can find some stillness. Try to keep your spine nice and tall here rather than rounding or hunching. So heart is up. And let's add on a little bind challenge. So plant your right palm towards the ground, inner thigh and arm pressing into one another. And sweep your left arm up towards the sky. Just feel this in your body for a moment. And if it's calling you, take a half bind, bring your left palm to your low back. Maybe wrap your right arm forward and around your leg. Reach back and capture the other palm or a strap or a t-shirt or something. Just keep looking up, maybe past your left shoulder, but whatever's comfortable. Nice. Go ahead and release that, bringing your hands back through center, elongating your spine. And we'll try that on the other side. Plant your left palm towards the ground. You can always plant it on a block here as well. Press the thigh and upper arm together. Sweep your right arm up and get comfortable there. And then you can always add on that half bind, sweeping your right arm to your low back, maybe reaching your left arm forward, wrapping your elbow crease around the front of your shin and capturing a shirt or the hand on the opposite side. And try to let your shoulders soften from your ears. Use the strength of your legs to open up those thighs still. Find your breath. And take one more full inhale. And on the exhale, go ahead and release, hands back to your heart. Nice long spine. So get comfortable here in your feet. Really root down. Maybe you spread your toes wide, reach your arms overhead. Press through your heels. Inhale, standing mountain. Rise up. Take your time. Pull your feet forward, either parallel to one another, or you can walk in the big toes to touch and the heels slivered apart, whatever feels right in your body and in your hips. Take a breath in here, get tall. Exhale, sweep your right arm to your side. Reach your left arm up and over to that right side wall. Root down in your left heel. Inhale through center, reach for the sky. And exhale, opposite side, left arm slides down the leg, right arm reaches over, right heel rooted into the earth, side bodies are long. Inhale through center, maybe a little back bend. Exhale, release it forward, fold. Halfway lift, get long in your whole body, soften your knees just a little. And exhale, crouch and curl to a little tight ball. Little ball, breathe into your back. Maybe this is ornament pose today. Little round ornament. Heels can lift, palms can grab the shins, whatever feels right. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, high plank, plant your palms, step your feet to the back of your mat. And from our high plank, we'll just hold it, soften the shoulders down your back, but get active in that energy. Heels over the toes, navel to the sky. Feel the core just light up. Actively draw your wrists back towards your toes and your toes towards your wrists. Hold for 4, 3, knees down in 2, and 1, knees down, lower all the way to your mat. Hug your elbows back, make your way to the ground, untuck your toes, and cobra pose. Inhale to lift your heart. Press the tops of your feet into the mat, but lift your knees up. Take a breath in here, reach through the crown, and exhale, release. Tuck your toes, inhale, high plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Nice, inhale, soften your knees, look forward. Exhale, walk, hop, or float to the top of your mat. Halfway lift, inhale, and exhale, garland pose. Bring your booty down. We're just passing through here, part of the flow. Reach your arms up, press through your heels, inhale, mountain. Bring the feet forward, you got it. Exhale, right arm down, side stretch. Inhale, Tadasana. Exhale, left arm down, stretch. Inhale, center, maybe the littlest back bend. Exhale, fold in half. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, crouch and curl, little tight ball. Stay breath in, breathe into the back. And exhale, walk, hop, or float it back, high to low plank, chaturanga. You can always bring the knees down. You can always go all the way to the ground for cobra, or you can skip it and go to your down dog right away. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. One more time, inhale, soften your knees, look forward. Exhale, walk, hop, or float, top of your mat. Breathe in, halfway lift. Breathe out, fold in half. One more time, breathe in, halfway lift. And exhale, garland pose, malasana, booty down, heels in, toes out. Press through your heels. Inhale, mountain, nice and slow. Use the strength of your legs. And exhale, right arm down, stretch it out. Shoulder back, inhale through center. Left arm down, exhale that breath out. Inhale, reach for the sky, maybe back for that back bend. Exhale, fold it in half. Find your flat back, breathe in. Crouch and curl, squeeze into the tight little ball. Nice, this time we have the option for crow pose, friends. If you'd like to plant your feet or lift your heels, plant your palms, bend your knees to rest on the backs of your arms up as high as you can get. Just shift the weight forward and look forward like you're looking at the top of a triangle formed at your palms. Maybe one or both feet take flight off the ground. And just hold for another breath or two. An option to walk, hop, or float it back, Vinyasa when you're ready. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Nice job, everyone. Take a deep breath in. Let that breath go. Inhale, soften your knees, look forward. Exhale, walk, hop, or float top of your mat. Flat back, breathe in. Fold in half, breathe out. Booty down, inhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. Settle in, squeeze your inner thighs, weight is in the heels. Whatever you need with those sweet arms for the shoulders, keep the spine nice and long, the belly is engaged and tight. Maybe sit back a little bit more. Nice, take a big breath in. Listen to this, shift the weight to your left foot, exhale, figure four. So just gonna kind of pop it up, cross the right ankle over the thigh. You might need to stand up a little higher to get it, or you might be able to stay a little lower and do it. It's all good wherever you're at. And then press your palms together actively. Flex your right toes back. Maybe you get a little bit lower, you can rest the forearms on the thighs. Maybe even wrap the elbow creases around the sole of your foot and your knee and just get a little squeeze. Send the sitting bones back, stay rooted in your left heel. Nice, nice. Now releasing any bind you might have had, stay with that figure four. Inhale, reach your arms forward, sit back in your heel. Exhale, find those airplane arms, sweep them back. Now friends, keep your figure four ankle crossed over the thigh and inhale, come to standing. Ooh, take your time, rooted in the left foot, keep the leg crossed, flex your toes. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, capture your knee with your shin or your shin with your hands and draw your knee up into your chest. Just stay balanced for a moment, feel the squeeze, soften your shoulders, knit in your ribs. Stand tall on your left leg. Notice if it feels different to point or flex your foot here now. Squeeze it in a little bit taller, big breath in. Squeeze a little more breath out. Now inhale, mountain, return your foot to the ground, reach your arms overhead. Exhale, release it, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. We'll do the left side in a minute, don't worry. Inhale your right leg to the sky. And exhale, knee to your upper right arm. Try to squeeze above the elbow, shoulders over wrist, cat-like back, navel to spine. On your inhale, float your knee across to your left arm. Try to touch above the armpit, or I mean the elbow. Inhale your right leg up and back. Then exhale, low lunge, step between your palms. Inhale, warrior two, spin your back heel down. Circle, sweep up and open with your arms, the shoulders settle in. Make sure you're rooted in your right heel. Knee is stacked over that, and you can see your middle or second toe next to the big toe. Then just feel that connection as you ground in. Pull the energy up, shoulders over hips, and find your gaze, your drishti at the front of your mat. Root down in your left little toe, weld that into the mat, take a breath in, and exhale, just reach forward, then tick-tock your arms, extended side angle. Forearm can be rested on the thigh, maybe you reach and hover or hold it, take it to a block or to the earth. You can add on some shoulder movement here again if you want, that's up to you. There's nothing wrong or bad if you do or don't. Nice. Now stay rooted in these feet. Press your little toe in the ground in the back and your front heel into the mat. Inhale, reverse your triangle. Press all the way up. Straighten your front leg. Send your hips forward. Reach up and back. And instead of just kind of collapsing on the left side, keep the left side long and strong as well. Just reach, reach, reach. Big breath in. And exhale, full triangle pose, Trikonasana. Reach forward again. Hips go back. And tick-tock those arms once more. Try to draw your shoulders into your back. Press into your left little toe really strong. And maybe you slide your right palm to your shin, your ankle, maybe to the top of your foot or a block, or maybe all the way to the ground. Keep open in the hips, open in the shoulder. Nice. Take a breath in. And stay here, breath out. Press into your right foot. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Press into the left little toe and sweep up. Rebend your knee. Opening up the side bodies, strengthening the legs and the obliques here. Pull your belly in. Get tall in the sides as you reach up and back. Last inhale. And exhale, runner's lunge. Cartwheel your palms to the mat. Take your palms under your shoulders. Creep your right foot to the outer right side of your mat. And then stay up and active here today with the back leg. Soften the shoulders. And make sure your front heel is either under your knee or more forward than your knee. And if you have the space to do so, maybe try to lower to blocks with your forearms, or maybe all the way to the ground. Elbows are under the shoulders. Just kind of getting used to the shape. Nice, reaching long through the crown of your head. Heel high on your toes. Maybe you let your right big toe lift as your right knee kind of anchors off to the right side of your space. Stay finding your breath. And with your inhale, replant your right foot. Come up to your right palm so they're under your shoulder. With your exhale, high to low plank. Step your right foot back. Maybe you hover that foot as you lower. Or just skip it, whatever you need in your practice right now. Inhale, up dog, soft shoulders. Exhale, downward facing dog. Nice, inhale, soften your knees and look forward. Exhale, walk, hop, or float top of your mat. Halfway lift, inhale. Forward fold to release. Inhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. Settle in, get deep in the sit bones, squeeze the butt. Nice. Breathe in, shift the weight to your right foot. Breathe out, figure four, left ankle over the right thigh. And settle in, press the palms together actively as you squat a little bit deeper, sending the sitting bones back. Maybe you rest those forearms on your shin. Don't forget to flex your toes back to the knee. Maybe you wrap the elbow creases around the knee, whatever it takes here to feel good. Keep your heart lifting and open. And the neck muscles vaguely soft. Nice, and go ahead and reach forward in your one leg chair. Breathe in to find some length, squeezing the butt cheeks down and back. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, fly those arms back, squeezing the triceps together, high five the ground. Now keep your crossed ankle over your thigh and inhale, slowly stand up, arms overhead. Keep flexing the toes here. Pull the navel in towards the spine. You got it. Big breath in. And as you exhale, draw your knee into your chest and go ahead and capture your shin with your hands, squeezing and just pulling the leg in, opening the hips, opening your right hip flexor, standing tall on the right leg, shoulders soft and together. Lengthening your neck, softening your gaze. Last breath in. As you exhale, starting to release your foot to the ground, inhale, sweep your arms up to the sky. And exhale, fold it in half. Halfway lift, inhale. And exhale, Vinyasa, high to low plank, taking it or leaving it, whatever your body needs. Nice, inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Nice, welcoming everybody back. Inhale, lift your left leg high. Exhale, bring your knee to your upper left arm. Inhale, float your left knee across to the right. Try to squeeze it up high. And then inhale all the way back, left leg to the sky. And exhale, low lunge, step between your palms. Pivot your right heel down, warrior two, inhale to rise. Got about a heel to arch alignment. Shoulders soft, drishti is forward. Palms are about shoulder height. You open up through the chest and settle into the lunge in your legs. Take a big breath in. And exhale, extended side angle reach, keeping the legs, tick-tock your arms, maybe some shoulder movement, whatever feels right. Finding a little bit of a twist so that your left ribs are stacked and hovered above the left thigh. Nice, pressing strongly into your feet. Inhale, reverse your triangle, straighten your front leg, reach up and back, send your hips forward. Try to soften your shoulders down your back. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, hips start to move back as your arms reach forward, Trikonasana triangle pose. Maybe your left palm grabs onto your shin or slides down your ankle or foot, maybe even off to the pinky toe side of your foot on a block or the ground. Keep pulling your tailbone back so your hips stack. Soften the shoulders into your back. Softly bend your left knee just a little bit. Nice. Now press into your right little toe. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Rebend your left knee. Circle, sweep it up and over. Spread the ribs. Big breath in. And exhale, active runner's lunge. Palms to the ground. Inside your left foot, so they're right underneath your shoulders. Left foot creeps out a little bit and to the top of your mat a little bit. And you can stay here or bring those forearms to blocks or all the way to the earth. Keep scissoring the inner thighs. So get a little more lift as you squeeze and hug them together. Heel on, stacked over the back toes. Big breath in and out. When you're ready, bring it all back together, planting the left sole of your foot, rising up to your palms, and step it back to chaturanga. Maybe float that left leg, hug your elbows in as you lower. Inhale your cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a big breath in and out. Let's piece it all together. One breath, one movement, combining both sides of our chair. Inhale, soften your knees, look forward. Exhale, walk up or float forward. Halfway lift, breathe in. Fold in half, breath out. Inhale, chair, Utkatasana. And exhale, right ankle crosses over left thigh, figure four. Inhale, reach your arms forward here. Exhale, fly them back. Keep the connection of your legs as you inhale, rise up to your one leg mountain or yeah. And exhale, squeeze your right knee into your chest. Inhale, mountain pose, plant your right foot. Here's your change, exhale, chair. Right foot is base, take a breath in. Exhale, figure four, left ankle crosses the right thigh. Settle in, then reach and breathe your arms forward. Squeeze your butt, hips back as you fly the wings back and breathe out. Legs stay glued together. Inhale, arms overhead, standing. Exhale, knee to chest, squeeze it in, feel the hips open. Inhale, mountain pose, plant your foot. Exhale, dive it down, fold in half. Halfway lift, inhale, breath. High to low plank, exhale, walk, hop, or float it back. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe in as you reach your right foot up and back. Breathe out as you squeeze your knee to your upper arm. Inhale, float it over to the left arm. Exhale, float it back to your right arm. Inhale, right arm or right leg rather to the sky. And exhale, step it through, low lunge. Warrior two, inhale, rise. Extended side angle, reach. Reverse your triangle, inhale, hips moving forward. Exhale, full Trikonasana, hips moving back. Press through your left little toe, reverse your warrior as you breathe. And exhale, palms plant into runner's lunge. Just take a moment to breathe in, scissor those thighs. Breathe out, step your right foot back to plank. Inhale, shift slightly forward. Exhale, vinyasa, elbows hug back. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Sweep your left leg to the sky as you breathe in. Knee to arm, breathe out, squeeze it up. Inhale, float your knee across your opposite arm. Exhale, float it back. Inhale, left leg to the sky. And exhale, low lunge, plant your foot. Right heel pivots down, sweep up with your breath in, warrior two. Extended side angle, breath out. Reverse your triangle. Inhale, straighten your legs. Exhale, hips back, full triangle pose, shoulders squeeze into your back. Inhale, reverse your warrior. And exhale, runner's lunge, palms plant, left foot pivots out. Stay breath in, scissor those thighs. Exhale, step it back to your plank. Inhale, shifting slightly forward, shoulders to wrists. Exhale, vinyasa, lower half or all the way down. Inhale, cobra pose or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Whoo, big breath in. Sigh it out. We just add on a couple little things here. You've got this. Inhale, soften your knees, look forward. Exhale, walk, hop, or float forward. Halfway lift, breathe in. And fold in half, breathe out. Back to chair pose. Here it is. Inhale, chair. Exhale, figure four, right ankle over the left thigh. Sit down, yes. Inhale, reach it forward. Exhale, fly it back. Keep the legs glued right here. Inhale, standing with the arms overhead. And exhale, squeeze your knee to chest. Here is an add-on. Whoo, pause here. All right. Our little bind from garland pose. We have bound standing garland. Take your right arm inside your right leg and try to wrap it around the front of your shin. Take your left arm to your low back and maybe you capture those palms in that bound standing garland pose. You can also grab a strap. Then you just want to squeeze the knee up and in towards your body, maybe pointing your toes if that feels effective. Trying to open up the hips and keep the shoulders back. Soften your face, stand tall in your left leg. Nice job, everyone. Amazing. Yeah, Kirsten. Nice, Jacob. All right, friends, we will slowly release your right knee to the ground. And inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, chair. Take a breath in, shift the weight to your right foot. Exhale, figure four, left ankle crosses this time. Sitting back, shoulders squeeze down. Inhale, reach your arms forward. Exhale, sweep and fly them back. Squeeze the back muscles. Legs are glued. Inhale, arms to the sky. Exhale, capture your knee into your chest. All right, and a different way to approach it is to start with the right arm around your low back. Keep your knee hugging in with the strength of your core. Take your left leg around the inner thigh, your left arm rather around the inner thigh, and reach back to your hip and maybe capture the palms or a strap and squeeze and open the shoulders down your back. Drishti will help guide you. Focus your attention on a singular point. Shoulders into the back, stand tall in your right leg. Feel the hips open. Woo. Stay breath in, stay breath out, and slowly release your knee to the ground. You can pedal out the knees, settle into the hips. Inhale, sweep your arms overhead, mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. And exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana, take it or leave it. Hey, Pam, I see you. Glad to have you here. Inhale, cobra pose or up dog. Nice work. Exhale, downward facing dog. All right, here we go. Inhale your right leg to the sky. Exhale, knee to your arm. Inhale, float across your opposite arm. Here's a change. Slide plank with one leg covered. Lift your left arm to the sky. Kick out your right foot. It can stay grounded here, or you can squeeze and lift the inner thigh to hover that leg. Flex your toes. Press through your grounded palm. Hips to the sky. Hold for 4, 3, 2, 1. Left arm down. Right leg up and back. Breathe in. Low lunge. Breathe out. Hopefully you have a block at the top of your mat. Inhale, warrior 2. So good. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse triangle. Exhale, full triangle pause. Now you can stay. Half moon is here, and then eventually sugar cane. Half moon, if you want to use that block under your right hand, start to lift your left leg and plant that block right under your shoulder. Hover the left leg up, find your drishti. And if you feel comfortable here, bend your left heel so it's in line with your left glute. Reach your left arm back, capture your foot or ankle, and open up into that very gentle back bend. Keep your right toe glued in so your foot stays forward. Try to stack and open the hips and the whole front line of your body. Nice, everybody. Stay for one more breath in. Stay for that exhale breath. Gently release your foot back to your half moon if you were in candy cane. And gently land your left foot softly to the mat. Whew, nice. Reverse your warrior. Breathe in. Exhale, runner's lunge, palms to the ground. We're gonna work on one thing right here. More of a lizard lunge. So, giving it a whirl. If it's accessible for you, lowering to your forearms. And if it's accessible for you, take your right hand so that it's on the outer right pinky toe side of your foot. And keeping the back knee lifted, lift up as you scissor your inner thighs. Try to walk your right shoulder underneath your right knee crease and just feel that sensation in your body. Your right elbow is kind of bending back. We're not going anywhere from here yet. We're just feeling this in our body. And keep your spine long, a little bit rounding here as you scissor those thighs. Stay breath in, stay breath out. Plant your palms under your shoulders and step back, high plank through your vinyasa, chaturanga if you want it. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Just once more on our left side, friends, you're strong and amazing. Sweep your left leg up and back, breathe in. Exhale, knee to your arm. Inhale, float it over to your opposite arm, and then bring your right arm to the sky in a side plank. Right heel pivots down, send your hips up, press actively through the fleshy part in between your left thumb and index finger. Maybe you extend the left leg, you can bring it to the ground or hover. Just lift those hips up high wherever you're at. Hold for 4, 3, hips a little higher, 2, and 1. Right palm under your shoulder, left leg to the sky. Breathe in. Low lunge, breathe out. Warrior 2, inhale with a block at the top of your mat. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse your triangle, hips forward, yeah? Exhale, hips back, full trikonasana with the option to stay or find that block. Maybe you don't use the block, that's awesome. Start to bend into the left knee, hover your right foot. Find your drishti, your focal point. Now you can always use a wall behind your left hip, or even in front of you or behind your foot. Maybe you bend your right heel, reach back and capture your foot or your ankle. Sugar cane, we want to open the heart. It's like a dancer's pose variation. And today it's candy cane. Be merry. Merry mistletoe and happy holly. Stay for one more breath in. Stay for the another breath out. Very nice, friends. Inhale to release your foot, hover it. As you exhale, slowly land your foot to the ground. Inhale, reverse that warrior. Breathe into the side bodies. Exhale, runner's lunge, palms to the mat. And your palms are under your shoulders. Your left foot is already out to the left side, I hope. Lower down to those forearms or blocks. And that might be where we are today. If you have the accessibility, take your left palm to the outer left pinky toe side. Lift and scissor the inner thighs, lifting the leg up. Try to squeeze and glue your left shoulder underneath the left knee crease. Just get comfortable here. Maybe you rock back and forth. Feel it in the body, a little muscle memory. Stay breath in, stay breath out. And then take your arm out, plant your palms under your shoulders, step it back high to low plank. Take this Vinyasa Flow or leave it. Know where your body wants to go, what is serving you. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Woo. Take a deep breath in. Let a deep breath go. On your inhale, flow down to your knees. And on your exhale, taking your knees wide, child's pose, Balasana. Take a moment to just connect. So much core in all the things we're doing. Walk your palms to the top of your mat and rest your forehead to the ground or to a block. Maybe you widen your elbows a little if you need to soften in the shoulders. It's a nice time to connect back in with your box breathing. Come back to any comfort, your affirmation, just knowing truth and love are there for you. One more round of breath. Any style of breathing you choose. You are the driver of your vessel. Control the power of your pranayama. And with your next inhale breath, friends, rise up to tabletop pose. And exhale, make your way to downward facing dog. Nice. Deep breath in through the nose. Open mouth, sigh some breath out. Settle into your down dog. Shift the weight to your left foot. Inhale, right leg up and back. Exhale, low lunge, step between your palms. And rise up to warrior one. So your back heel might step in a little bit. Pivot your heel down with your toes about 45 degrees out to the top left edge of your mat. And slowly rise up to standing. We want the hips to be in line. So really pull the left hip forward into its socket and find your arm placement here. Just settle in, try to soften somewhere that needs to soften. Might be your facial features, it might be your shoulders. Breathe in, reach for the sky, pull your belly and ribs in. And exhale, bring your hands to your heart, thumbs into sternum, Anjali Mudra. Now keeping your hips right here, keeping your feet strong, hugging the inner thighs. And inhale, hinge at those hip creases, reach forward through the crown of your head, really press the right foot down. And exhale, twist to the right. Your left elbow might not touch your thigh. You might stay hovered here, that's fine. The hips stay forward. Feel the left heel press into the ground, the right heel press into the ground, and just propel your twist a little bit. Press your arms together, twist at the shoulders. Keep length in your spine, breathe in. Just twist just a little bit deeper. Nice. On your inhale, unwind and rise your arms back to the sky. Warrior one. And pause here. And straighten your front leg. You might walk your back heel in just another inch or two for pyramid pose. Keeping those hips forward. Go ahead and take your arms to your low back. Now there's several variations of bind. You can interlace the fingers. You can catch your elbow creases. Maybe you bring your fists together to your low back, or maybe you have prayer hands behind your low back. Wherever you're at's fine. Keep your spine long. Breathe in for that length. Secure your legs. And as you exhale, just fold to halfway, hinging at the hip creases, maybe a soft bend in the right knee here, but keep the spine long and stay about halfway. So your torso is parallel to the ground. And then just see how the bind feels. You might need to adjust or switch it for something else, that's fine. Shoulders soft from the ears, avoiding any shrugging. Back heel pressed into the ground. Slightly bent in the right knee. So much strength from your navel to spine. Take a breath in. Stay strong, breathe out. And one more inhale. And as you exhale, you can release your bind. Hands can come to your thighs. Maybe slide down to your shins or the top of your foot or blocks or the mat. Start to fold in half. Starting to round the spine here, keeping the hips glued parallel to the ground, squared off. Left hip forward, right hip back. Maybe you bring your knee down and give your shin a little kiss. Take a breath in for some length. And breathe out to just fold and round. Nice. Now on your inhale, it's a one-leg halfway lift. Walk your palms forward under your shoulders. Lift your left leg behind you. Level your hips. Soften the left hip just a touch. Nice. And finding your standing splits from here, you can walk your palms towards your foot, staying under your shoulders as you reach your left toes to the sky. You want to bring your arms in line with the wrists. Bring the crown of your head more towards the ground. Look back past your thigh. Last breath in. And as you exhale, bring your left foot and knee to the ground. Anjaneyasana, a little crescent moon, low lunge. 90-degree bends in those knees. Slowly rise up. Reach your arms overhead. Scissor your inner thighs, left knee towards the right heel. Just feel that engagement. Hips still and always parallel to the front. Take a breath in, get tall through that reach. And as you exhale, supported back bend, palms to your low back, shoulders roll down, elbows hug back like you're hiding them from the front. Breathe in to lift your heart. And just breathe out to melt it back. Use the core, keep it tight. Navel to spine is engaged. Inhale, reach your arms up, bring your spine vertical. Exhale, half splits, palms to blocks or to ground. Extend your right heel forward, keeping your heel and toes in line with your knee and hip. Blocks are welcome here under your palms. Just actively flex those right toes towards your heart. Now you have the option to stay here if you want. Thinking of our hero's pose, the first pose of class, maybe you slide it back and come to a seat with the left toes a little bit pointed out to the left side. You can always sit on a right block if you want. If this is comfortable, left knee in line with the hip. Maybe you walk your palms back. You choose how deep you want to go with the fingers facing forward here. You can stay kind of lean back, maybe lower to the forearms or test the waters. If your back feels comfortable and you have the space, you can always lower all the way to the ground if that's comfortable for you, but just ease into it. If anything is telling you red flag, then just stay up. Find a round of breath or two. And then gently coming out the way you came in, maybe capturing your left heel, pressing your forearms and elbows down, lifting yourself back upright so you get to your palms. Shifting slightly onto your right hip, gently capture your left knee and bring that left leg forward and all the way in front of you. Now, here's a good time to have your blocks by your side, by your hips if you have them. Go ahead and bend your right foot into the ground, heel towards the hip. Sitting up nice and tall, mimicking the knee into your chest. Elephant trunk is coming up. Just give that knee a nice little squeeze. Awesome. And then capture your right arm inside the inner thigh. Archer's pose first. Capture the big toe with your peace fingers. Left palm to the shin, maybe all the way peace fingers to the left toe. Sitting bones stay grounded here. Start to lean back and lift the right foot. You can always release the front foot. So you can get that lift and that squeeze, that active flex. It's like you want to mimic you're actually an archer with a bow pulling back very strongly. And I usually need to let go of my left foot, get into the shape, and then make my way back to my toes, if that's accessible. Sitting bones grounded, arch back here. Whoo, pull it, pull it, pull it. Opening the hips. One more breath in. And then exhale, double pigeon, right ankle crosses, left thigh, but go ahead and bend that left leg underneath you to stack them. Any space in between the thigh and the shin, you can place a block or a sweatshirt or something there. Sitting bones in the earth, you can stay upright or feel free to round the spine and fold onto palms or even onto a block or something. Flex your toes actively towards your knees. We're going to open up the right outer hip before we add on. About 6 breaths here. Adequate time to melt in. Just one more cycle of breath. Really feeling stretching in the right outer hip. With your next inhale, supporting yourself back upright if you were folded and rounded forward. Nice. Now we are going to re-extend that bottom leg and find your figure 4 here, maybe capturing for cradle pose the elbow creases around the right foot and the right knee. We want to bring that leg parallel to the ground and start to squeeze it in towards your body with a nice long spine. Sitting up tall here. This is your cradle pose. You cradle your baby, back and forth, little movement. And then backpack pose. Take your right palm underneath to capture your right calf. Left palm can just kind of glide your foot around. We want to try to hike that right leg all the way up onto your shoulder as best as you can. Kind of lock it and glue it into place using the strength of your leg. Bring your right palm to a block on any setting, if it's accessible. If not, plant it on the ground. That's just fine too. Now your left leg's long here. Keep that right leg glued and squeezing in. Plant your left palm on a block. Take an inhale and round your back. And as you exhale, hinge forward, actively lifting the legs, pointing and flaring through your toes, symbolizing an elephant's trunk. Send the booty back as you reach forward through your heart. Hold for 4, 3, 2, and gently lower on 1. Woo, booty to the ground. Bring your legs into butterfly pose, soles of feet together, knees wide. Sit up nice and tall with the spine. Then option to grab peace fingers to big toes, hug your elbows back and fold and round just a little bit. Deep breath in, deep breath out. And let yourself rise up. No pretty way about it. Just shimmy around to a high plank, either down dog or add on a vinyasa. Chaturanga if you want it. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Let's finish our left side. When we're out, take your left leg to the sky, breathe in. And step through, low lunge, breathe out. Come into warrior 1. Step your right foot in just a little bit. Pivot your right toes out. And come up to standing with nice level hips. All the things, right heel welded down, left knee over ankle, driving forward. Reach for the sky, breathe in. And hands to your heart, exhale. Now from those hip creases, pull your right hip forward, lengthen forward. And then twist over to the left side. Twist from the shoulders, press your palms actively together, reach long through the crown, press your right heel into the mat. Breathe in for a little more length. Breathe out for just a little bit more of a twist. Inhale, unwind arms to the sky. And then just pause here, find any bind and straighten your front leg. Maybe the same bind as before. If you grabbed elbow creases, non-dominant grab this time. Straighten that front leg, breathe in, get tall. And exhale, start to hinge forward, nice and slow. Just come halfway down, torso parallel to the ground. Right hip reaching forward in your hip socket. If you need to, you can step shorter forward just a little bit more. Soft bend in the left knee, core is engaged, shoulders are soft. Find your breath. One more breath in. And as you exhale, you can release your bind, palms to the thighs, and slowly start to deepen. You can slide the hands down your left leg to your shin, ankle, top of the foot, to blocks or the ground, and just start to round. Maybe you give your chin a kiss again. Mwah. Nice. Inhale for a halfway lift. Exhale, fold and round your deepest gap. On your next inhale, that halfway lift, but this time coming forward to that one leg halfway lift, reaching the right leg up and back. Just getting long, soften the right hip in line with the left. And then standing splits, kick your right toes to the sky, bring the crown of your head heavy towards the ground. Look back past your left thigh. Try to reach your toes up 1 inch higher, last breath in, nice call. Exhale, Anjaneyasana, right toes and knees to the ground, 90-degree bend in both of those knees. Slowly rise up, hands to the sky. Right knee scissoring to the left heel and vice versa. Take a breath in. Exhale, supported back bend, shoulders roll down, elbows hug back. Lift your heart as you breathe in and press into those hips, hinge back. Inhale, re-lengthen your spine, arms overhead. And exhale, half splits, palms to blocks or ground, extending the left heel forward in line with hip. Just take a moment to breathe, to feel it in your body, flaring your toes, magnetize towards your heart. You can fold and round here as well, whatever your body needs. And stay for one more breath in. Last deep exhale. And then slowly slide back if you'd like to give it a whirl. Back to your hero's pose, sitting bones to the floor or left hip on a block. And you can stay upright here, really stretching into the right ankle, knee in line with hip on the right side. Maybe you start to walk it back, explore and play around. You can use blocks here as well, whatever feels right. Got about 3 more rounds of breath. Slowly easing into things. Seeing where you can soften, maybe that's tension in your face. Knowing if red flags are popping up for you, if it's time to change. And whatever depth you've made it to, come back out the same way you went in, cautious, slow, supported by your arms. When you get upright, shift the weight to your left foot, gently caress your right leg forward. Softly extend that right leg to the ground. Nice. And bring your left knee up this time, heel as close as you can get to your hip. Plant that foot, left arm through the inner thigh, peace fingers to big toe. Got archer's pose. So again, you can start off both toes grabbed, or maybe your right foot just lands on your shin or knee. Start to lift that left foot, open up the hips. You're active here with the pullback of the foot. Then maybe you were able to reach it down a little bit further on the leg. Sit bones stay grounded. It's okay to round the back. You want to open the chest, open the heart, open those hips. Flex those toes, baby. Nice. Stay for a breath in. Stay for a breath out. Really pull back on that bow. You are aiming. Your target is locked. Last breath in. And then exhale, double pigeon. Softly release that left ankle over right thigh and bend the right knee underneath you so you can come in. Maybe you support any space in between the void of left knee and right ankle. About 6 breaths. If you want to round and fold onto a block, you got it. You can stay up. Close your eyes. Nothing to see here. Keep your toes flexed. Maybe chin into chest. And one more cycle of breath, getting into that left hip. And bring up any rounded and folding you might have. Having blocks available by your sides if you're using them today. Extend your right leg forward, maybe even planting it for a figure 4, and then go ahead and start to invite in cradle pose. Your elbow creases come around the sole of your foot, the opposite creases around the knee. And then you can lengthen your right leg down if that feels comfortable for your body. Try to flex those left toes. Rather, do flex those left toes. Try to parallel your shin with the ground and just drawing that shin in towards your body as much as is accessible. Keeping a straight spine here, rooted sitting bones. You can rock your baby, whatever you need to do, little cradle pose, little gentle, 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 a little love, little comfort. Maybe your affirmation comes in right here. Speak your truth. And when you're ready, let's add on our backpack, yeah? Go ahead and take your left palm underneath to the calf. Hike that leg up as high as you can get onto your shoulder, friends. Glue it there. You can point the toe and try to lock it. Keep your elbow out to the left side. Lock that leg in place. Bring it to your block if you're doing so. Keep your sit bones grounded, right palm to a block. Round your back, breathe in. And as you exhale, press into your strong arms, lift and flare and point your toes forward. Elephant trunk, send the hips back as you keep hinging forward. This is a rounded back shape. Hold here for 4, wherever you're at. Maybe that right heel's down, that's fine. 3, 2, gently release on 1. Bring the booty down. Butterfly pose, last one. We've had so much hip love today. Soles of feet together, shoulders down your back, big breath in. And as you exhale, just fold here, round your back, release of all that backpacky stuff. Maybe piece fingers to big toes, press your elbows into your calves. One big breath in, one big breath out. On your inhale, gently bring your spine back upright and lower your body to the mat. Lay down, blocks are done. Make your way to your back. Nice, and plant your feet, hips width distance apart, one rounded bridge, arms long by your side, shoulders walking down away from your ears. Press into your feet and lift your hips to the sky. Chin off of chest. You can take another bind here again if you would like, but press through the little toes and the big toes. Keep your knees and hips in the same direction. Stretch open your heart. I am open to receiving as much love as I give. You are open to receiving as much love as you give. Press into your feet, lift your hips, your thighs skyward. Your heart is open. Last breath in. Exhale, slowly lower your up back, mid back, and low back. Take your feet wide, your knees cave in on one another. And maybe tee your arms out wide here, palms to the sky. Take a breath in and out. Deep breath in. Big breath out. And then take your knees wide, your feet are still wide. Start to windshield wiper your feet left to right, right to left. Nice and slow. Let it feel good and juicy. And then land with your knees over to the right side. And you can stay right here with your gaze up, or you can take your gaze to the left. Maybe your right foot lands gently on top of your left outer thigh, just to deepen the twist a little bit more. One more cycle of breath. If your foot is stacked on your thigh, gently release it back to the outer edge of your mat. And windshield wiper your legs up and over to the left side, landing on the left, look up or to the right this time. And same option, maybe your left foot, pinky toe side lands on the right upper outer thigh. Whatever you need. And one more round of breath. And gently draw your knees skyward. Realign your pelvis so it's neutral on the mat. Draw your knees to your ribs, capture your feet, happy baby pose. Back of head is in the mat. Walk your shoulders down again so that they're soft on the ground, your collarbones are wide. And you can stay here, maybe start to add on that organic movement, kicking through your legs, caressing your sacrum, being gentle with yourself. Part your teeth here. If you notice any tension, smooth your brow. And when you're ready, friends, ball pose, little ornament, draw your knees into your chest, take it, get nice and round. Maybe bow in, just give yourself a squeeze, a holly jolly good time. Take a breath in and exhale, release your Shavasana. Legs extended and slightly wide, maybe palms to the sky. Maybe they're resting somewhere on your body. Just enjoy some stillness and support from the ground with your neutral skeleton on the mat. And the freeness of your breath. And the privileges it is to have the active, healthy bodies that we do have, even with any and all sweet limitations that we know we have. Just being grateful for what we do have and grateful for one another. I'm grateful for the love that we are able to offer each other, other people out there in our lives, in the world, even the strangers, holding the door open, whatever it is. But always saving a juicy bit of that love. And in fact, the juiciest bits of your love, just for you. Knowing you're in your space right now, you can stay Shavasana longer if you'd like. If you're ready to close off practice, start to wiggle your fingers and toes. Invite in some movement, rolling your wrists and your ankles in opposite directions. And maybe take that big good morning stretch finally. Nice, big, juicy round of breath. And eventually rolling over softly to your right side. And hopefully your eyes can stay closed. If not, just nice and heavy. Support yourself up with your palms. Get nice and tall in your spine as you return to a comfortable seat. Shoulders up, shoulders down. Maybe bring your hands to your thighs. Chin into chest. Take one deep breath in, our last breath together.
I'm thinking as much.
Oh, open your mouth, sigh it out. I guess Siri was here to join us for that. Gently bring your hands to your heart space. Just be so grateful for one another in this community. I am, but I want all of you to just share in that love. Bring your hands up to your third eye space if you'd like to join me. Friendly reminder to smile, to breathe, to go slowly. Namaste.